About a year ago, I suffered burnout, and when I say suffered, I really mean it, because burnout is a problem. It made it so I couldn't get out of bed to do the things that I was most passionate about. You know, me working in my business day in, day out was amazing for me. I loved the process and I loved the journey. But the problem that came with it, well, let's just say I learned a lot of lessons. Let's put it that way, right? And I kind of want to open up with you guys, tell you about my experience with burnout. I suffered it quite heavily. It kind of set me back a whole year. I say kind of, it set me back a whole year. And I want to open up with you guys. I want to show you guys exactly how that happened, and most importantly, how you can avoid it, because honestly, I wouldn't wish this on anybody, except maybe my competitors. But even at that stage, it's a problem, because it really had me in the deeps. I wasn't able to do the work that I wanted to do. Wasn't really able to put out the content. And yeah, you get a lot of people going to look at this and be like, burnout's a load of rubbish. But if you're looking at this video right now, I'm guessing that you're probably going through the same thing, or you're worried it's going to happen. I'm going to tell you how not to go through burnout. So if I start with my experience, basically where I start, look, the business that I'm into and the business that I teach, in case you don't know, I'm into digital marketing. Specifically what I'm onto these days, I'm coaching people, mostly consultants and entrepreneurs who want to build their personal brand, right? And now a part of that, building your personal brand, a lot of it is kind of front loaded. You basically put everything in at the beginning and it's gradual growth throughout, and you kind of do little tasks now and again. But most of it's front loaded. If you do the bits in the beginning, it makes it a lot easier later on. That's not something that I knew before. Okay, before, if I outline how, oh my god, my days were insane. I would wake up at 5:30 a.m. and I would work until I went to sleep. Like, no word of a lie. I obviously wasn't doing good work, and there's no way that you can work like 16 hours a day doing good work. I was working terribly. But the point is, I was getting stuff done, or at least I thought I was. I thought I was being productive. But in actual case, I ended up spending like 4 hours a day recording a YouTube video, recording, then editing and setting up and whatever. It was absolutely crazy. Those 16 hours, you know, I set back on my social life. I kind of pushed everything to the side. I was like, you know what, no, business only. And I regret it. And the reason I regret it is because this doing more didn't lead to more. It led to less. You know, you've probably seen them Instagram quotes. It's like more is less, or less is more. It's the same thing. I'm gonna get onto that in a second. But that is a lesson that I learned. You know, I was doing way too much in the beginning. I was working, as I said, 16 hours a day, like I'm Elon Musk or something, doing crazy amount of work. And even he suffered burnout in the end, and it didn't work. And that's how it was for me. I was just working too much. Put it that way. I was just working way too much, and it taught me that more is less, and less is more. Same thing, right? So I'm really just, I want to skip this experience bit. Now, I've gone through it. I've been to the bit where I couldn't get out of bed because I was sitting there, right there, and I was like, I don't want to move. Like, I don't have it in me to get up. I didn't physically, emotionally have the energy to pull myself out of that bed and come over to this desk. I didn't have that in me. And that really wasn't nice, because I went from being incredibly passionate about something to questioning, do I really want to do this? My burnout phase led to me not really following business as much as I should have been for a long time, but literally nearly a year. Around 6 to 9 months, I kind of stepped back, not totally, but massively from my business. You know, I was focusing on other things that I thought were passions of mine, including music. I focused on music from straight for 6 to 9 months. I enjoyed it, but I miss business too much, man. I miss teaching. I love this. I did my first YouTube video in ages. I'm so excited. I was so ecstatic. I knew I was going to be recording this today. I was just so happy to get it out, because, you know, I've really came to realize what I'm passionate about now by these steps that I'm about to show you. So, number one, learn from my mistakes. Don't work all day. And what I mean by that is, when you wake up, you should know what you're going to get done firstly, but more importantly, you should know when you're going to stop working. So on my business days at the moment, I wake up at 5:30, I'm in the gym for 6, I'm home for 7:15. My morning routine is complete by 8 a.m. Every morning, complete by 8 a.m. From then, I work until 1 o'clock. Not consecutively, I do 1 hour work blocks, that's it. 4 1 hour work blocks with 20-minute breaks in between. And this allows me, like, I kind of condense it down. You know, they always say you gotta have a deadline if you want to achieve your goals, and that's exactly true. It's 100% true, and I didn't realize that before, but I realize it now, because I know every single day I got 4 hours to do what I need to get some money in my business. That's it. I got 4 hours. After that, I go relax a bit. I go out. I normally go on a walk after my 4 hours, have a nice little nature walk, go visit the woods or something, whatever, go meditate, whatever I need to do. I meditate in the morning as well. And that just basically helps me clear my mind. But that's the important bit. It's about separating your work life from your personal life. Now, after these 4 hours, that's not it. If I did just that, then my business would fail. But those are the IPAs. Those are the income-producing activities. This is not a term that, is formed by me. I don't actually know who came up with it originally. But that's what an IPA is, an income-producing activity. Stuff like doing the sales calls, actually making the sales calls, chasing the sale. An IPA is basically anything that gets the sale. That's it. Income-producing activity, anything that produces income is an IPA. Those are the things that you should be focusing on. Now, for the rest of my day, obviously, I get these 4 hours done. I'll go on a walk. I'll do whatever I want to do. The rest of the day is when I start doing my coaching calls, when I actually start working with my clients, doing whatever client work I got to do, anything like that. That's when I start doing that. But because that's, in some cases, that's more important to me than actually, doing the sales. It actually is. I enjoy doing the coaching. It's what's important to me. But I need to do the sales. That's how business works. So I get the sales done in the morning, and the rest of the day I could just spend it working with my clients, side projects I'm working on, anything else that I'm doing. I just use that time to kind of focus on that. So, that's the biggest tip that I'm going to give you, honestly, is just don't work all day. Make sure you're only getting done what needs to be done, not just stuff that you could do on top, because you will just end up doing a load of stuff that you don't need, just like I was doing. It was 4 hours on a YouTube video. What are you doing for 4 hours? Like, nothing. So, I don't know. That's it. I don't know what I was up to, but that's it. Don't work all day. Get your important tasks in the morning. Spending the rest of the day doing admin. I don't even do until the last minute, because that, for me, I could just sit there on my laptop while I'm watching a film or something and do it. Which brings me to another point. Like, at the end of the day, I save an hour before my evening routine starts at 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock's where I start turning down for the night. But between 8 and 7, I will go and do some entertainment, whether that's a film, TV show, whatever it is. 8 to 9, and before that, I'm just doing loads of work. That's basically how it works, but in a structured way. That's it. Now, look, when you're beginning, even if you're not beginning, if you're starting something new, especially when you're starting something new, you're gonna want to start slow. Now, a lot of people be like, just jump in deep end. No, not with entrepreneurship, not when you're trying to build a business. I would not recommend it, because you need to especially, as I said, when you're new, because you need to teach your brain that this isn't a penalty. This isn't a what do you call it? Like, we're not in detention. Like, we're not getting down marks in school or something. We're doing something that we're happy about. Business should be making us happy, and if it's not making us happy, there's a problem there. And if you just jump into something, put your body and your mind and your physical self under a lot of stress, that's not gonna work out in the long term. Like, it's gonna hit you in the beginning. You're gonna be motivated for the first 2 weeks, and then it's gonna drop. And the reason it's gonna drop is because you push yourself into it too fast. Incremental growth is better than just jumping up to the top and going back down. It's just like a one-hit wonder in terms of, in the music relation, right? If somebody comes, they release a big song, and it goes viral, and they do amazingly well, that's great. But then it dies down soon after, because they can't follow it back up. And that's what it's like with an entrepreneur. If you're starting out, you need to build your own routine. If you follow the same path of me, doing the 4-hour slots in the morning, maybe you decide to wake up later. I wake up at 5:30. Maybe you don't need to wake up that early. Maybe you want to wake up, whatever time. That's part of the lifestyle. It's part of the business lifestyle, where you can kind of do that thing. But guys, just be in control of it. Don't do loads of work thinking you're being productive, because most of the time you're honestly not. I used to work I'm going to do a video actually soon about my old sleep habits, but I used to be a night owl. I'd sleep to I would work till 4 a.m. and then wake up at 12 or whatever, and just get on with my day. I don't know how I was surviving that. I hate that now. I have to wake up early. If I don't wake up early, I don't feel well. It's become a habit. That's the best thing. But Number 3, and honestly, I'm going to say this is probably actually the most important. I said that about the other, but I actually think this is the most important. That's about treating yourself. Now, the same way that every day after, you know, when I get stuff done, what's the time now? It's 6:30, okay? I know that at 8 o'clock, I'm going to be laying down, I'm going to sit down in my chair, I'm going to watch a film, whatever I want to do, just relax. And that's important for me because it's a way to just kind of stabilize yourself after a busy day, just kind of get your brain straight, do something that you enjoy, do something that's kind of liven it up a little bit. Like business, yeah, you're supposed to enjoy it, you're supposed to be enjoying what you're doing, but at the same time, it's the process. You've got to reward yourself for certain stuff because essentially whenever you do something, your brain is trying to hold you back because it's trying to save energy. It's trying to conserve energy. So that's why sometimes we don't want to get up in the morning. It's why, like, if you wake up in the morning, you don't want to get up. It's literally, your brain is literally saying to you, we're fully recharged now. Why do you want to go waste that? And that's simply how it is. That's what your body thinks, and then you got to push yourself to wake up and actually go and enjoy your life, like actually live your day. You know, we're born not to necessarily strive, but to just survive. That's literally it. We're programmed biologically to just get on with things, just do things that make us happy, do things that doesn't cause stress to our body, do things that bring us rewards and stuff like that. And business needs to be one of those things. You need to be giving yourself some type of gratification every day. Now, instant gratification isn't something that you really get in business. Sometimes it's delayed, and that's why you've got to bring that out yourself. You know, instead of saying, oh, when I get my first sale, then I'm gonna go to an expensive restaurant or whatever. Instead of behaving like that, what you should instead be doing is like rewarding yourself for your little incremental tasks. So if you get down a morning work block where you do like 10 cold calls or whatever it is, I would hope you'd be doing more than 10, but let's say you do 30 cold calls one day. Go reward yourself for that, man. Go enjoy a nice meal at a restaurant, go watch a film, catch up with your friends, whatever you got to do, reward yourself for it. 'Cause then you're going to teach your brain that that's something that's actually helping you out in the long run, something that's going to constantly repeat and lead to these rewards. So those are my top tips. You guys got any questions, just let me know down below. I'm really looking forward to building up this community again. I know I did drop off a bit when I wasn't uploading YouTube. Still being active on my Instagram, so my Instagram's gonna be down below. But I've missed this. I'm gonna be honest. I've missed this. You know, if you're not new to the channel and you know about my videos, I've missed this. You would know that I was passionate about YouTube for a long time until, you know, it was really I kind of suffered this burnout phase that kind of pushed me away from the videos a bit. And I'm happy to be back. I genuinely am. I'm happy to be back on YouTube. I enjoy this. It's crazy to say that I enjoy talking to a camera in my room, but it is what it is. I enjoy it. And most of all, I enjoy talking to you guys. You got any questions or anything, just hit me up down below, my Instagram, whatever you need. And I'm going to be uploading regularly, 3 days a week at least. I'll get into more of the schedule as we go on, as we build some momentum into the channel. Starting out there, it's going to be around 3 videos a week on, you know, basically anything to do with personal branding, which really is anything to do with life, because that's what a personal brand is. It's you. That's what I want to help you build. So guys, make sure you're subscribed if you're not subscribed already, and give this video a thumbs up, because if you made it this far, I'm guessing you like it, or you like my blue wall or something. I don't know, but you like something about this video, so I appreciate you being here. And as I said, any questions, let me know down below. If there's any tips that you got, anything that you're suffering through, don't be afraid to hit me up. And just if you got any questions, especially on my Instagram. Instagram's the best place to reach me, because I get a message, I just spend like an hour going through my messages a day and just kind of replying back to everyone. I love it. But guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got value, more importantly. And I'll see you in a couple of days with a new video.